Oh girl, got some right bloomers on there. I think them girls have had enough. Viennesian glass.
Well, shall we have a drink in there while we wait for the flood?
As long as we don't have to pay for music again. Some silver work.
Oui, attendez. Écoutez, on a le temps.
Oh, are you going in?
Been in already. Been dead.
Weird shop. Somebody famous getting filmed.
Like the scaffolding, fancy pictures of what it's supposed to be.
Famous Harry's bar where Hemingway used to drink, but I think it's a bit out of our pocket at the moment. In fact, I bet it's a rip-off. And this is the equivalent of their underground. It's just a boat system that looks canals. Full system. Stop where I got on, where I get off. And we're going that way through Rialda Bridge.
Going right. That's going left.
Setting up on a bus from
Taxi, water taxi.
And which way are we going?
Up there, Grand Canal.
So?
Rialto Bridge.
Which is?
Ponte di Rialto. That's where all the seats were out there.
Very dull day.
Warm but dull. half instead of the silver ring.
On top of the Rialto Bridge, Rialdo Bridge. Pizzas.
So, what can I have to do?
Live music. Like bit of a pause for this one. That's the life. And there we are, stuck on a rainy day. About to get a bit more wine. It's raining.
Missed them all now, it's that 1,000.
I don't know what he's guarding, but he was a bit shy. Grow some of them. What the hell are them?
Fagioli.
What are they called?
Fagioli.
Oh, I'll look out for some seeds. Perhaps if I bought some, buy a few and then I can grow them from dried up seeds next year. Look, I've just nicked a fagioli. I'm going to do it next year.
About as high as it gets.
What does?
Water.
So you think St Mark's might be flooded?
Yeah, I think so. Look, looks high to me.
Yeah, it is high, that. Yeah, let's get to St Mark's quick. English pub in the middle of Venice. Look, they've got stout.
Salad, spinach.
Stout, cold spirits. English telephone box. I don't know where they got that bloody. I don't know where they got that post box from, but yeah, it's probably English.
It's yeah, it is.
It's an antique.
You know, when they used to ride horse ride, what they call it then?
I don't know. It's probably from York. It is.
Oh, they've got tea and rare in English pubs.
Oh, we've got decent sandwiches. We don't have them in English pubs. We just have. Do you want a pie or a cheese sandwich?
Let's take my picture.
Wow, what's happening?
Just a lot of gondolas moving. Oh, there.
You learned your Spanish eyes.
Picture before they go past.
So where do you want to go? Up there?
Yes.
Well, there's only one way. There's only one way I'm going up there if they've got a lift. Hello. How are you? So this is what you do on your day off?
Yeah, the day off, yes, it seems to be a day off. I know you are all in Venice. Are you in the excursion or on your own?
Always on our own,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, I see.
Yeah, we've been enjoying ourselves very much.
Nice, have a nice time then.
Thank you very much.
No, I still have a work to continue now.
Yeah?
Yes, it's the excursion.
Fine.
Does she think we're on her trip today?
No. So are you on an excursion? I said, no, we're on his own.
She's doing it different.
Prada, yeah. Just go in there and get yourself a bag or something. Stop the too bad.
I'm not even window shopping, mate. I'm pavement shopping.
All aboard.
The Skylark.
All aboard the Skylark. Watch step. How many feet are wet through? That's what you call a hungover. Janet's hungover and she's going to have to go back to bed because we've been in a disco till 6 o'clock this morning.
I'll have to have a fruity Solero.
A fruity Solero, oh yeah. Treats. You'd be better off having a double brandy. There's a local precise, that's where I should be, sat with them lot there, but I'm with Janet, so I've got to behave myself. Grazie.
Seven ups.
Sprites. Sprites.
Thank you.
Beer's gone, time to go home. Well, this is it, 25th anniversary. It's thundering, it's just starting to rain. We're waiting for a bus to go into Venice for a gondola ride, but I doubt that we'll get a gondola ride tonight.
Oh no, you're not getting out of the car.
All the boatmen will go home, so we'll just have to go to the casino and win a lot of dough.
Stanotte che sono bella
What a time to get married, eh? In Venice in the rain. 9 o'clock at night. How romantic. I wonder if they'll last 25 years. Sure, if you can't get smell on video, it starts to stink a bit with all this rain. Churning it up. All gondolas have gone. Home. Oh, monks. No, the music's still playing. St. Mark's Square on the anniversary evening. Dismal.
Passamelo una seconda.
Aspetta, passa papà, poi dopo.
I think these two have just got married as well. Yeah, some very flash shops. That jacket do for me. A nice display. Ah, that's what I've been looking for. What do you want? Silver ring for your anniversary? Which one do you want? Just pick any one you want.
No prices?
Oh, that doesn't bother us, just go get one. Taking them away in case anybody does a smash and grab. Oh no, she's found the gondola. He's not working, he's wrapping it up.
Hey?
100,000, what's that? 20 quid. Is it?
What?
And that's it. Tommy Nuns at 1,000. 35 quid. Oh, it's a bit dark under here.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice.
Camera or what? It's so dark.
No, we'll be coming tonight.
Oh, that's better.
Go away.
I mean, it's bouncing it down. Crackers.
Don't matter.
The crackers.
We are crackers. It's tipping a lot at your side.
That's because he's on my side.
No, he's not. Can you get in? No, wait till we get
It's howling in the background.
the bridge coming up.
Is there?
Better
Duck.
duck.
Oh, so there is.
Small one. What do you think?
The ducks. And this must be back onto the Grand Canal.
So, there's the altar. Can I get you on the altar?
Oh, there's the altar.
Or could you get me in the restaurants?
Do you want to go sit up there then? Go sit in that chair. Let's get you up front.
Hey.
No, restaurant's that bridge.
Oh.
Right, well that's one.
Oh, already.
With restaurants and then one with bridge. Are you right?
Yeah.
That's there was. Didn't know what tape was on.
Oh, we haven't got one of us together yet, though. Well, you can do it.
I'll just put it down there and put timer on it. Well, oh, fish market there, yeah.
Get the horses.
What horses? Oh,
And fishes.
Consider Marco Polo House.
This one.
Marco Polo House. Very spooky down there.
Yeah. Can you get Marco Polo's in?
Yes, I did.
It says one way, but he's going to have to sit there.
Well, there's no traffic, is there? He's not going to bump into anybody, there's no
Oh, yeah. What's this then?
Oh, I meant the gondolas, there won't be any more gondolas. I don't think that's what it's doing. Get a bit of a lot. I didn't focus on it there. Oh, that's it. Got the what? Yeah, I feel swell as well. Splish splash. Another big boat here, and we're on a one-way channel going the wrong way actually. We are anyway.
How's being guest Casa Nova?
Casanova's house. Casanova's old house. A lot of this is just below. Cut it up. He's shouting and bawling when he goes around the corner. No, well, that programme we saw with that.
Oh
guy.
no, you couldn't do it, could you? This is where we got in.
And that's it, back to base.
I think I better get another picture of us both though, by him, just in case that one won't come out. That's it then, yeah. 35 quid.
100,000, yeah. I'm here, I'm right behind you. Venice by night from the Rialto Bridge. Rialto.
Come out.
Yep.
Scampi fritters, 29. Fried scampi, 29.
29,000?
Yeah.
Oh, you usually pay that for a meal? For the whole meal?
You don't.
I do.
50.
Oh, we've got some nice fresh fish here. Yeah, that looks very nice. There's a small bottle for 16,000 for that.
Let's have a look. Oh, yeah. But Perry, where are you?
Oh well, I'm at the Rialto Bridge.
Rialto Bridge in the background there. Can you see that? Ooh, I'm falling off my chair. Nearly fell in Grand Canal.
Oh, that's nice. I hope it's for free.
He's just paid 16,000 for a small bottle of wine.
They'll have been spaghetti,
I just thought-
groups di mer.
I'd take him having a moan, you know, like he does.
You've got
Victor,
to. Oh, you don't want to do it like that.
we are in one of the more exclusive restaurants in Venice, celebrating our anniversary.
Proper Parma ham.
Full plate of Parma ham for starters. A prawn cocktail, scampi veggie on it. Seafood spaghetti for myself. Been serenaded again.
It's not them two from the other day, is it?
No. All gone. Saturday night concert on. It must be hard time, they're all coming out for a smoke. Having a smoke at the interval.
In the world, Venice. This great city is a temple to romance and passion and beauty. Often born out of violence and disease, ambition and lust. This place has produced some of the most brilliant art the world has ever seen. But all around us, every stone of the city, every brick, is a brushstroke on the greatest work of art of all, Venice. The story of Venice is also my story. My name is Francesco D'Amosto. I am a Venetian. My family has lived here for more than 1,000 years. I have always lived here. My children were born here, and I hope my family will live here for another 1,000 years. We were one of the first families to come to the lagoon. My ancestors have been everything, from merchants to prostitutes to explorers. The city is in my blood. Most great cities grew up because they were in a good location. Paris, Rome, London. But here, Venice, no. This city grew up because it was in a very, very bad location. It was a perfect hiding place for the settlers who fled here from Attila the Hun, almost 16 centuries ago. The Venetian lagoon is an enclosed shallow sea. 200 square miles of salt water dotted with tiny islands. It sits at the top of the Adriatic Sea, between Italy and Yugoslavia. Even now, many of the islands in the lagoon are strange and desolate places. Each one little more than a boggy marsh, half sea, half land. All my life, people have been saying that Venice is sinking. But these islands have been sinking from the beginning of time. They're made of sand, mud, not solid ground. So the first settlers had to invent a new way of living and a new way to build. The first houses looked like this, built in the mud and on the water. But before they could build anything, they had to make a solid foundation. So they began hammering wooden piles into the lagoon. Today, we are still doing the same thing. All of Venice is built on a bed of huge wooden nails. The marshland was no good for farming, so the early settlers had to become fishermen. The settlers lived on the fish of the lagoon, but it was also their currency. They would trade fish for wood, wheat, and wine. And fish is still a great passion for us Venetians.
Cosa da fare? Come si fa che faccia la famiglia?
Che con? Ti cavi via la testa qua.
Sì, e ti mangi.
Da. E ora è a spia, sei come una donna, appetitosa. La testa sempre in bocca. I gamberi sono come gli uomini, più duri, più meno buoni, insomma.
Mamma sono una donna.
The first big settlement was on the island of Torcello, 8 kilometers to the northeast of Venice today. Its basilica still stands. It dates from the year 639. Here, you feel close to the early settlers in the lagoon, struggling to survive, yet ambitious to create great beauty. On the west wall is a scene of the Last Judgment. But this is not like most Italian churches. To the Western eye, these figures are surprising. They're Christian images, but they are rooted in artistic traditions from beyond Europe, from the East, before it was Islamic.
It was here in Torcello that the lagoon dwellers first showed their genius in art. But their future would not be on this island. Their greatest creation, Venice, lay just around the corner.
When the settlers had fled Attila the Hun, they had occupied the outer reaches of the lagoon. And for more than 3 centuries, they had been safe. But now, prosperity made them an attractive target. In the year 810, they were attacked, this time from the open sea. The settlers fled to the heart of the lagoon, to the group of small islands known as the Rivo Alto. But in the panic, they were about to stumble on the secret of the lagoon, a discovery shrouded in the mists of time.
There is a legend in which the attackers were directed by an old woman to Rivo Alto with just a simple word. She said, "Sempre dritto, straight on."
Far from betraying the fleeing settlers, the old woman of the legend knew the secret of the lagoon, a secret that would destroy any enemy fleet.
Sempre dritto, sempre bene.
The ships ran aground because beneath the calm waters of the lagoon lay a treacherous underwater terrain of shallows and mudflats that wrecked the enemy fleet. So it would be here the settlers built Venice. The waters of the lagoon would protect Venice from land attack, while the shallows would make attack by sea impossible. The city would be a miracle of its geography. But its location would also make life hard for the first Venetians. In summer, the heat and humidity can be almost unbearable. In the early days, malaria killed off many Venetians. In winter, the city lies exposed to the snows and biting wind, beating down from the Dolomite Mountains to the north. Banks of fog sweep in across the flatlands of the lagoon and settle over Venice like a deep, impenetrable blanket that clings to the narrow waterways. But the early Venetians set about making their new home into a place to live and work. They would expand the inlets and rivers of the Rivo Alto Islands into the greatest network of canals ever created. Today, distracted by fine churches and palaces, we forget the first great success of this city was its canals. They are triumphs of early engineering, but they have always been a delicate balance, harnessing the tidal waters of the lagoon to man's needs.